All right, looks like we are live after 3 attempts at this. Okay, great. I actually had to go back to the old YouTube version because this new live controller thing just threw me off. But either way, we're here. The information is going to be here. I'm happy to be with you guys tonight. Um, After a long day, earlier, interesting enough, I was interviewing one of our GovCon Giant students who was also a subscriber. Her name was Dion, and she had recently been scammed somewhere to the tune of $100,000. And you're going to see that video clip coming up next week. But before I got a chance to even finish making the introduction for that video, someone hit me up in my inbox and tried to attempt to scam me as well. And I really kind of glanced it over and thought, no big deal. Until tonight, I have received a phone call from Maria, and Maria was saying how her client received an email from this company in Japan wanting to buy HVAC supplies. And I go, wait a second, I received the same email. So I said to myself, hold on. This looks like the same guy that tried to hit me up. And so today I was like, wait a second, I got to come online and tell everybody this, because if they send it to me and they send it to him, chances are they sent it to you as well. And again, if you received an email like this, delete. Or I would say this, let's talk about how you can distinguish from a real email from a government official person versus a fake one. For instance, when I took a look at this email, a couple things stood out to me. Was that it had the to and the from was the same name. So again, when people do like a mass email list type thing, then the to and the from is from the same name. Now, that happens to me very quite often in the local level, but it's never happened to me at the federal level. So again, that was one of those like red flags that I picked up on. The second thing for me that I picked on was like, okay, first of all, I don't do HVAC, so that may not apply to you. And then second of all, I don't do work in Japan, so again, that may not apply to you either. But then the third thing is like, wait, I never spoken to anyone at this particular agency. So why would navsup.navy be contacting me? If you've never spoken to someone at that agency, if you've never reached out to a contracting official, Ostabu, if you didn't meet anyone at an event, if you didn't change business cards with anybody, look, you better be very surprised if someone actually sends you an unsolicited proposal. That is far few and in between. Granted, I received one just yesterday, but guess what? The contracting officer called me and said that they were sending it to my inbox. So it wasn't like it just came out the blue. Again, I know it's hard to believe and we want to get excited that someone actually is reaching out to us, but unless you want to be scammed and be on this show talking about how you lost so much money, you better pay attention. Now, the other thing that stood out to me the most, like the biggest thing to me out of this whole situation was it said, by the way, Sean Hung is an actual actual small business specialist. His address is probably the same, and his phone number might even match up as well. The email probably is his email or the email of the person, and the website might work as well. However, the biggest thing out of all that stood out to me was small business specialists do not send out proposals. Small business specialists do not solicit you for purchase orders. Again, that only comes from contracting officers, contracting COTRs, contracting officers, technical officers, contracting officer representatives. It doesn't come from a small business specialist. So if you receive an email asking you for a quote or a price from a small business specialist, the hair should stand up on your arms and your neck. Okay? Because small business specialists, the only person that can write contracts are people who are issued warrants to write contracts, and those are contracting officials. So again, for me, that was the biggest red flag of them all. But if you believe or you want to believe that this opportunity came to you because you are so wonderful and you're so great, what I would encourage you to do is go online, find this person, Sean Hung, find his name, pick up the phone and call him and ask him if in fact he sent this to you. Do not call the number on here, because I did have previously another subscriber who called the number on there and said, well, Eric, I spoke to Sean. He answered my phone call. No, you called the number that was in that email, which could have routed you to anybody. So again, go online, find the actual agency from their website, .gov, and then identify this person, find his name and number, and give him a call. But right now, I believe Sean Hung, his name has been out to try. And so, guess what? I want to share this with you guys, share with everybody, and spread this to your friends because I don't want you to be a statistics. Earlier today, I was on the phone with the Department of Justice who helped Dion out, and the person said, "Look, this has been going on. It's happening. People are losing their businesses. People are losing tens of thousands of dollars." So again, I thought it was necessary to come online today and share that with you guys because I didn't want you to be a victim. And so it was that necessary that I made this video at 10 o'clock at night just to put it out there because I was that concerned and I couldn't rest without telling everybody out there, hey, thanks so much for watching. I hope this helps some people out there, prevent you from being a statistic.